The bread and the salt. One day, a stranger came to a small restaurant in Damascus. He asked for bread. He ate half of it and left the other half. The next day, he did the same, and the next day again. A man from Damascus watched him. He asked politely, "Why do you always eat half the bread and leave the other half? Where are you from?" The stranger said, "I am from Baghdad. I traveled in many places. I never found people who respect bread and salt, so I eat only half the bread. The other half is for the person who respects it, but I never find such a person." The man from Damascus said, "Today you are my guest." At the man's house, they had lunch. He lived with his mother and his cousin, a young woman he loved and wanted to marry. The cousin opened the door. The stranger from Baghdad saw her. He was amazed by her beauty. After the meal, the stranger said, "I ask you, by the bread and the salt, give me the girl who opened the door." The man was shocked. "My cousin?" "Yes, I want to marry her." The man agreed. He gave his cousin to the stranger in marriage. The stranger and the young woman left for Baghdad. The man from Damascus stayed. Time passed. His mother died. He became poor. He sold his house. At last, he had no money. He decided to travel to Baghdad to visit his old friend. When he arrived, he learned that the stranger was now rich. He had a big palace. The poor man went to the palace. A servant came out and gave him a bag of gold. The servant said, "This is from my master." But the poor man said, "I don't want gold. I want to see my friend." He dropped the bag. The coins fell to the ground. He left with tears in his eyes. He had no money to return to Damascus. He slept in mosques. An old man found him and asked, "Why are you here? What happened to you?" The poor man said, "I have no food. I cannot live." The old man said, "Then learn trade. Work in the market." The old man taught him. He worked hard for 3 years. He became rich. He built a palace in Baghdad. One day, an old woman came to him. She asked, "Can I work in your palace? I only need food and a place to stay." The man agreed. She worked like a real mother. Later, she said, "There is a poor girl who needs work. Can she come here?" The man agreed again. The old woman gave the girl nice clothes and helped her. The man saw the girl and fell in love. He wanted to marry her. The old woman smiled and said yes. They prepared for the wedding. On the wedding day, the man from Baghdad entered the palace. The man from Damascus said, "You sent me gold like I was a beggar. Now, why are you here?" The man from Baghdad said, "When you came, I looked from my window. I saw your poor clothes. I sent you gold to help you, but you refused. So I asked my father to help you. He was the old man who taught you trade, and the woman who served you here is my mother. I came today to celebrate your wedding with my sister." Then he called, "Come in." The cousin entered. She was holding 2 children. She sat near her cousin, the man from Damascus. The bride sat beside her. The man from Baghdad joined them. Finally, the man from Baghdad took a piece of bread. He broke it in 2 halves. He gave the bread to everyone. They all ate together. It was the bread and the salt